If you want to get a question on the next Steelers mailbag here on the channel, use hashtag Steelers along with your question in the comment section. And if you're subscribed, you might be able to get your question on the next mailbag episode. What's good, Steeler Nation? My name is Jack Sperry, and this is Steelers Talk. Good to see you. Thank you for spending part of your day here at Steelers Talk. We got a great show for you today. Here are the topics that we're going to be going over today. Color Rush is back. We're gonna go over the record for the Pittsburgh Steelers when they're wearing Color Rush, and just the overall impact and how cool those all black jerseys are. And then we're going to be going over the latest injury news on Minkah Fitzpatrick and Kenny Pickett, and then a Steeler player won Defensive Player of the Week for the AFC in Week 10. We'll reveal who that is if you haven't heard already. And then at the end, we're going to be doing the Tortilla slap. We got over 10 Twitter followers on my Twitter this week, so you guys earned one Tortilla slap. We're going to be doing that at the end of today's show. But before we get into all the action today, we are currently in a sub battle with Ravens Rundown, the Chat Sports Ravens channel here, and Tyler Jones has been continuing to run his big, loud mouth all week long, saying that the Ravens are going to catch up and catch us by surprise right there at the end. They added about 30 subs yesterday, but the good news is so did we. We did a great job yesterday. We got to keep the momentum going, though, guys, because they're showing this graphic on Ravens Rundown, and they want to beat us really, really badly as well. So you know that they're going to be racking up those subs. So if you are new to the channel here and you want to help defend Steeler Nation right here and get us a dub this week off the field against the rival Ravens, if you hate the Baltimore Ravens, you want to show them who's boss, show them who is the best NFL fan base in the whole entire world, subscribe to Steelers Talk right now. All right, guys, we got the color wash uniforms this week for the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Bengals, who are going to be wearing their all-white uniforms. It's going to be one of those all-time great visual, aesthetically pleasing games. You got the all-black against the all-white. You got the Steelers, just the menacing presence there with T.J. Watt. You know, it's just so on brand for the Steelers. And when they put on those all-black jerseys, they just have a different kind of mentality, guys. They are 7-1 all-time when they play in those jerseys. And I just think it's another thing in the Steelers' corner this week that they're going to go into Acrisure Stadium with those terrible towels flying in the air on Sunday afternoon, and they're going to go and get that upset against the Cincinnati Bengals. I predicted a 26-24 victory for the Steelers, and I think with the Steelers playing with their color rush uniforms this week, I think that's just another tick in the Steelers' corner there. But let me know, guys, are the color rush uniforms the best looking Steeler uniforms out there? Type Y for yes if you think so. Type N if you don't think so. I mean, I like the classic look where it's like black with the gold on the bottom. I like that, but I mean, the all black is pretty darn filthy, man. I'm going to have to say this is my favorite uniform combo for the Steelers, and you can't disagree with the win-loss record either. It was 7-1. The Steelers winning those jerseys. They're definitely my favorite jerseys, at least for me personally. All right, let's get into the injury news. Minkah Fitzpatrick, as we know, had emergency surgery on November 12th, last Saturday, to remove his appendix, which usually takes 1 to 4 weeks to come back from, guys. It's not an easy thing to come back from. It's pretty painful, the recovery of it. But apparently, Mike Tomlin is optimistic that he can play not next week, but this week against the Bengals. And if he can go around and, have surgery on a Saturday, miss the game on Sunday, and then that next Sunday play a football game, I mean, that would just be an insane feat by this guy. But, I mean, we know Minkah. He is one of the toughest individuals out there. He is such a competitor. He wants to play this week so badly. He's been running around the facility there in Pittsburgh. He's been trying to get into practice. And right now, it's going to be interesting to see if he can get on the practice field by the end of the week and possibly on the field for the Bengals. And if he gets on there, man, I'm very excited because I want to see what it looks like with him in that nickel star position. Like I've been saying, I think when he gets in the game with T.J. Watt in there, with DeMonte KZ at free safety and him at the nickel star position, I think it's going to be bloody brilliant. All right, guys, now let's get into the Kenny Pickett news of the day, where Mike Tomlin in his press conference yesterday said that he is fine. He is good to go. He tweaked his ankle in last week's game against the Saints, had to gut it out. Was really a fantastic performance to really rise above the adversity and get the dub for his team. And it looks like it's just a tweak. It's nothing particularly too serious. It looks like he's going to have a brace on his ankle, maybe some tape on the cleat. But at the end of the day, guys, this could impact the football game because his mobility could be limited this week. Right now, I mean, if you look at last week, the amount of yards and production that he got with his legs, I mean, that's a big bulk of his production last Sunday. And if you're taking that away with that bulky ankle brace, and the tape on the cleat and all these other things that are going on, he's going to be slower. He's going to be a bit more ginger there. And he's not going to be able to get as many yards as he would be if he was 100%. So he's going to have to beat the Cincinnati Bengals from the pocket. I'm excited to see if he can take another step forward in his mental processing, in his accuracy, and his ability to step up in the pocket. I'm definitely excited to see how Kenny Pickett does this weekend with that injury to his ankle. All right, coming up, we are going to talk about Alex Highsmith winning the Defensive Player of the Week in the AFC. But before we get into all that, let's give a word to our sponsor here at BetUS. They are the sportsbook partner with Chat Sports. And guys, I mean, you've heard me give this spiel a bunch of times, but a 125% deposit bonus on deposits of $100 to $600. I mean, it's a fantastic deal, guys. If you put in $100 to $600, they're going to give you 125% of that amount back to you to use on your bets. And if you use Steelers, promo code Steelers125 at chatsports.com/bet, they're going to give you that 125% deposit bonus. And why not use that money on the Pittsburgh Steelers this week? And I think it's a great bet. I think it's a great bet to use on the Steelers this week. I think that they're going to be able to not only cover the spread, but I think that they're going to beat the Bengals outright. Total over-under, it might actually be a little bit lower than that, but I actually have an over than that right now in my score prediction. So you could go either way with that one, but in my opinion, I think the Steelers are a fantastic bet. If you want to use this money from your 125% deposit bonus, use it on the Steelers, make some money this weekend. You got to use promo code Steelers125 at chatsports.com/bet. All right, now Highsmith, Alex Highsmith, not TJ Watt. Alex Highsmith won AFC Defensive Player of the Week for Week 10, and it was just a simply brilliant performance from him. 2 sacks. He was getting a bunch of one-on-one opportunities because of how much attention TJ Watt brings, and right now it's looking like Alex Highsmith, I should say, and TJ Watt are turning into one of the most dynamic and electric pass rushing duos in the National Football League. Let's take a look at the depth chart here. I mean, and right now, TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith are really all we got there at outside linebacker. Malik Reed was just absolutely terrible when he was in. And right now, I don't really trust Jones either. So it's like TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. I will take that as a starting tandem. And since TJ Watt came back, that has opened up opportunities for Alex Highsmith. And really, Alex Highsmith, I don't think is a number 1 edge rusher. I don't think he can handle double teams as well, even though he has had some pretty nice production as that number 1 edge rusher. The pass rush as a whole just wasn't there without Watt in the lineup. And now that Watt's in there, it's brought out the best in Alex Highsmith. And personally, guys, before I was thinking about if the Steelers had a top 5 draft pick, maybe taking Will Anderson. But Alex Highsmith is playing so good right now. I'm more leaning towards taking a left tackle now because Highsmith looks really good. And I think that Watt and Highsmith as a duo can be really, really great for a long time in the National Football League together. All right, to congratulate Highsmith on his weekly award here, type 56 down below and congratulate Alex Highsmith for this awesome weekly award for Week 10. All right, let's go. It's time to get slapped, guys. You guys earned it. All right, we're going to bring in Abby Alonso here. She's my desk mate. She's probably been super annoyed with me, at our desk over the last couple of weeks. But you guys did this because we got more than 10 Twitter followers on my Twitter. All right, so it's at Jack_Sperry. If you want to go follow me right now, you get a shout out on the show. And I know it seems like I'm stalling right now, but we're going to get this done. All right, so thank you guys so much. All right. So we're going to take the headset off here.
All right. Producer Jeremy giving a play-by-play. Go ahead, Abby.
Are you scared?
No.
Oh,
Not at all.
he said he's not scared at all. The wind-up. Ooh, yep.
Oh! Ow! Oh, guys, I'm not gonna lie. That was like Dang, that actually hurt a little bit. Like, yeah, that was a good slap, Abby. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's show. That was a lot of fun. We appreciate you guys. Go into the comment section right now and type, "Here we go," if you made it to the end of the video. I appreciate the heck out of you, Steeler Nation. And until next time, peace.